New moon reading for all signs. Hello again to all my returning subscribers. And welcome all newcomers. I apologize for not joining you in video format. There were technical issues. Thanks Mercury retrograde. However, I still want to give all signs their messages for this new moon. So, if you can bear it, I will deliver my reading this way. Hopefully my next video won't mess up. Please remember to like, share and subscribe if you enjoy my content. On to today's topic. The new moon in Gemini. The energies of the new moon cause us to reflect and evaluate on what we want to bring into our lives. Under the influence of Gemini, we will be called to reflect on what we want to communicate. What have you been holding back? What do you wish to express to other people? Given that we are in the shadow period of Gemini retrograde, this is a good time to communicate from a place of heartfelt honesty. We may find it easier to share perspectives with the others as well as come up with new ideas. Give birth to the ideas that have been swirling aimlessly about you lately. In addition, since this new moon falls on a Friday, this is an excellent time to be clear about your intention shown love. For this reason, I will be using the final rose tarot in our reading today. If that sounds good to you, let's get started. For Aries. Aries people may be feeling very insecure right now. These last few weeks have likely been very trying. Early life was hard in the arena of love. You had to fight very hard to be perceived as desirable. This Mercury retrograde has shaken up an old worry. You may question if you have true lineage to change. Are you destined to remain the duckling? When the Aries worries, a state in which this fire sign rarely finds themselves, they find it impossibly to turn on the charm. Aries should consider this a challenge that they need to prevail in. Your opponent, of course, being your younger self. Remind yourself of how that version of yourself felt. Ask yourself why you wish to operate from a space of utter rejection. There is a secret to Philip Bloomer. Do you remember in the movies and sitcoms when the nerd would get a makeover on doll? They did was remove sunglasses and change their clothes. Do you remember laughing? Do you know why you did? That is because the late Bloomer was always a stunner. Aries, you were always beautiful, no matter if those around you cared to see it. When facing your fears and self-doubt, hold fast to the knowledge that you were never unworthy. When you feel that you are showing parts of the old you, ground yourself in your body. Imagine that your feet are your roots stretching far into the earth. Breathe deep into that space behind your navel. Breathe long and slow, taking space between each inhale to feel the energy from the earth going up your legs and to the center of your body. Remind yourself that you've made it. People's reactions to you say far more about them than about you. You are easy to love and they're incredible to know. Regardless of any outside acknowledgement, you remain a marvelous creature. Now that you've been reminded of your worth, act accordingly. For Taurus, you may find yourself longing to feel loved. You have held tight to hope in the face of all despair. You remain optimistic of your prospects, yet, still, the fresh love that you dream of eludes you. This could be a wish for a new lover to take you on an exciting date, or, if things have gotten a bit stale in an old partnership, you wish to hope courted once more. Whichever is the case, you are being called to express your deep desires. Taurus has the reputation of holding their emotions closely to the chest. This can lead to the misconception that they don't require tender loving care. A total falsehood. My dear Taurus, take this opportunity to share what moves your heart. Don't allow the objects of your affection to take for granted that you are okay. As long as you make your request from a place of connection rather than ego, it should be received well. After all, that is what your call for attention is. You're not asking for one-on-one time because you think it's owed to you. You seek connection because it's what the relationship needs. To thrive, you both need this opportunity to luxuriate together. Believe that you have the right to demand more than the bare minimum. If they can't appreciate your soft heart when you lay it bare, it may be time to reevaluate. Your type of dedication demands to be returned in kind. For Gemini, you've taken a leap of faith and come up short. of your perfect landing. Gemini is a sign of opposites existing in a single person. Given that your ruling planet, Mercury, has been traveling backward, you may have found it all easy to give into impulse rather than logic. No judgment, we all make a bad call every now and then, and you made this call for the purest of reasons. The pursuit of love. Now you are at an impasse. You may be seeking your exit from a union, or recently detached from a lover. Don't be afraid to go back home. This could be in a literal sense of moving back in with parents or friends, though not necessarily, just like the double nature of Gemini. I have thoughts about this. It could also be asking you to return home. Perhaps you moved on from love on a whim. You will find the answer to this conundrum when you reflect on your past. Where is home for you? Where do you picture yourself resting, without fear or worry for the outside world? Seek the place of your truest comfort, and you will know what to do. Home is where the heart is. Don't allow the shame of a mistake to keep you from leaning on your loved ones for help and guidance. For Cancer, someone has been mistaking Cancer skinness for weakness. Cancer has led with their heart as their guide. Others have taken notice of your kind qualities. This has led to others treating Cancer like a free therapist. They look to you as a shoulder to cry on. You have sat patiently as they explain their circumstances, and for the most part, have been happy to do so. But when you sought them out for counsel, where were they? Did they give an ounce to refill your cup? Now is not the time for you to crab up Cancer. Pincer them. Alert them to their error. Just as the ocean can give you nourishment, it can capsize the fisher's boat if they thought they could have your big heart forever at their mercy, absent even the slightest reciprocation. They have tried the wrong zodiac sign. Now is the time to say now is enough and to mean it with every fiber of your being. You are not wrong to expect others to meet you with the same love and compassion and grace. They have made their decision to treat you poorly. Now, you must decide to treat yourself well. The therapist has left the building. Now turn your love inward. Don't despair that they took you for granted. That was their error, not yours. Greet future love with plus romanticism. That comes naturally to you. For Leo, romance has no trouble finding you. But is it the romance that you want? Many men and women have been competing for your hand, on just as many have been rejected. Let's be clear though, Leo probably has had their fun with them. Whether you have been enjoying the courtship stage itself or have been heating it up in their bedroom, everyone has had fun. Now comes the hard part. Making your choice. The dates and flings have been a distraction from deeper introspection. How can you effectively communicate your desires when you aren't even clear on your desires? Take this opportunity to evaluate how they make you feel. Do any of them seem ready to commit? Are you ready for commitment? Take into consideration your needs as well as their feelings. The next time you talk to them, tell them what you decide. There is a strong contender in your group of admirers. They are ready to be granted the keys to your kingdom. Let them in. Take a chance. You may be surprised at how well they mesh with you. You'll never know what could be until you give it a try. For Virgo, there exists two readings for the spread. On one hand, a male Virgo could be looking for a good time, not a long time. On the other, a Virgo man or woman could be waiting for their partner to get serious. If the first applies to you, congrats, you've stepped into an era of life where you just want to live a little. Unwinding is no easy task for an anxious sign like Virgo. So party hard. Take your time to taste every wine on offer. If you are a Virgo waiting on serious commitment, it might not happen right now. This is not necessarily because they don't care about you. They just aren't concerned about being tied down. Whether you are the waiting party or the hesitant party, make sure that both parties are willing to share this time of your life. Is it fair to keep a hopeful partner waiting on a commitment that is not on offer? Is it wise to keep waiting on a partner to take you seriously? If you're both okay with waiting, great. If not, reconsider how. Your actions may affect others. Allow connections to run their course. Having different goals is okay. Playing with others' hopes and dreams is not. For Libra, beware of who you tell your drama to, especially concerning your love life. Nothing in life is ever easy. Doubly so in the arena of love. Libra may have found it difficult to keep the peace during retrograde Mercury. During their trials, it is likely that they found comfort in their friends and family. Do not, however, mistake your listening ear for a helping hand. Have you noticed a certain person only coming around to hear about the latest fight? Have they only managed to FaceTime you when you're in tears? Does the support and outreach stop when the gossip runs dry? It's not a coincidence. This is a form of evil. These energy vampires only care about feasting on your negative emotions. They are also likely to give terrible advice. They might egg on a fight rather than mediate just so they can catch a front row seat to the dysfunction. Think carefully about your connections. These disagreements do not have to be with strictly romantic partners. All the same, there are some secretly unsupportive friends. Pull back on sharing so much of what upsets you and take notice of who drops off your radar. The silence will speak for itself. Cut them off sooner rather than later. Their envy will poison your life if left unchecked. For Scorpio, beware unseen interference in matters of the heart. I will say that I get the feeling that this reading is more for male-female relationships, but it could also apply to feminine, masculine pairings as well. My Scorpio partner or their partner could be a single parent. Recently, the children have been introduced to the idea of the masculine partner dating. This may be the start of many headaches for Scorpio. This is because an old flame is aware that the single parent is dating seriously. They may not have mentioned it directly yet, but know that they are seething. They did not appreciate the gold that they had in their pocket. Now that they see them moving into another's heart, questions start. Why weren't they enough? What do they have that I don't? Will my kid call them mom? Dad, prepare for possible overt or covert interference in your love life from this point, but don't allow their bad behavior to come between your love. Treat them like a gnat, a simple nuisance. Your first impressions were good. Your potential is high at the moment. Capitalize on this momentum. Let them admire what you are building from a distance. For Sagittarius, don't tuck your tail and run when a simple apology could save your skin. The first card says it all. You fucked up. Mercury retrograde probably loosen your sharp tongue. Communication is never easy with you, but you let things get way out of hand. Don't undercut how grievous a mistake has been. Your relationship might be on life support. If you're going to move forward, you must not be under the illusion that you can go back to what it once was. When a bowl shatters, their Japanese sometimes piece it back together with gold. They embrace the fracture and use it to make a new bowl, more beautiful than it was before it was broken. That is what you must do. Acknowledge your wrongdoing, draw attention to it directly, and set about making something lovely. The real tragedy would be grandstanding and allowing such a fated connection to slip from your grasp. You have something special here. Don't allow ego to let you walk away without attempting to fix it. Fire is not just destruction, it can also heat a home. Show them the better nature of your flame, Sagittarius, before it's too late. For Capricorn, don't rush their process. Capricorn, they find themselves stepping back into the romantic field after so long away. You may feel out of your depth, fresh meat, for lack of a better term, because you've been out of the game for so long. You may be approaching your dating life like a group interview. You date in small batches, 3 or 4 at a time. There's definitely benefits to this strategy. You get to go through your roster faster, for sure. But at what cost? You're probably leaving a few broken hearts in your way. Everyone doesn't find it as easy to detach emotional Capricorn. But moreover, you are robbing yourself of the wonder of dating by skipping on spending quality time with potential lovers. Can you really make an informed choice? It is for this reason that I implore Capricorn to slow down and smell the roses. Dating is not just another task. People are complex and deserve to be explored a little before being rejected. Don't allow that earthy cynicism to have you painting everyone with a broad brush. Go slow and allow yourself space to love again and fully. For Aquarius, intellectual prowess won't save you in matters of the heart. Aquarius is at home in the academic world. They analyze things from a unique perspective, and it is this quality that makes them so attractive, because you spend so much time viewing life with cold, hard logic. You don't really know what to do with love. What will you do now that Samian has wormed their way past your aloof facade? Aquarius, don't fight your feelings. Yes, you have plenty of them. Your new paramour comes sparing a rose, beckoning you to rest in their arms a while, just to experience their warmth. Your gut instinct may be to push them away, but it would be a mistake. Even the greatest philosopher gets lonely from time to time. Don't you want a person to share your knowledge with? Don't talk yourself out of a good thing. Allow another person to wow you with their insights this time. Load as you may be admitted, you need to feel understood by others. Allow this one to understand you. For Pisces, Satan in a Sunday hat. My Pisces may think they've caught a catch, but it's really a boot. The object of your eye most likely has a stunning physique, but that is where the good times end. They either have given you their number, social media, or you gave them yours. Now you're waiting on outreach. This is a mistake. At best, they have taken your info to add you to a roster of other potential flings. At worst, they want to reach out purely for physical reasons. But is that what Pisces truly wants? If that sounds okay to you, still think twice before proceeding. This physical attraction masks a very chaotic energy. They harbor a dark side in secret. It probably won't be apparent until they rope you in. Like Satan in a Sunday hat, the outer skin masks the trouble they bring to those who they get with. No need to try to prove me wrong. Just accept the heads up and steer clear. Thank you for watching. I apologize again for the ephemeral of this reading, but I wanted to give something. I will be back soon with longer content, I promise. See you next time.